Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Good day, mate.
Good day. Good top of the bobby to ya, matey.
Pirate.
Welcome to Mockflex. I'm Michael Nearson, joined by Kevin Hotown, and we have I don't know if it's a special guest. It's like a recurring guest.
Especially when I'm told that like you had to book me ahead of time and that like I'm too good to be on this show, but
Yeah, I booked you about 5 minutes ahead of time. It's about 10 minutes ago. I'm like, hey, do you want to watch Dundee? And you're like, yeah, I guess so.
I think Ryan's too good to be on this show.
He is. He's too popular. It's actually a completely true thing. It's popular enough. Yes, Kobe Bryant. Unfortunate guest, Ryan. Yes, he's... But
for this one, it might be a little unfortunate to have to watch this movie. This movie's pretty dumb.
Yeah, so I haven't seen this movie
a long time ago.
Yeah,
like a really long time ago. I don't remember much of it.
So last time I saw this, I think I was like 12.
Yeah,
and
it was around like that age.
I saw it once at 6, once at 12, and I saw like the last 5 minutes of the movie maybe like 12 years ago or something. Like literally just the very end of it. And I remember seeing it and going, I don't remember this movie at all.
It's not that memorable. You'd think it would be with how like big it was back when it, but you can tell that it's not because people remember lines, but no one remembers the movie. Like,
yeah,
no one
remembers one line. There's
yes,
only one line in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's one main line that everyone remembers, of course.
Yeah, and it's it's weird. It's kind of like Max Headroom, where this character is known, but like if you ask people what Max Headroom is about, no one fucking knows what Max Headroom is about. They go like when I saw it again at 18, I was like, wait, this is about TV wars and like the world is ran by television stations. Like it was mind blowing how weird that show was, but. People just remember Max Headroom from Pepsi ads. That's all they remember him for. Like, oh, he went ba 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 ba, and that was his thing. So cool.
Pretty accurate. Yeah.
So talking about other '80s things, one thing that was very '80s was Australia. Australia was such an '80s thing. It was in vogue. You know.
It's weird. Why do you think that is? Because there's really nothing about Australia that evokes the theme of the 80s aside from them just loving it back. Like, I just don't get it.
I think it's kind of the look, like the yuppie look, like really fits Australians well. Like Australians are like bulky, good-looking dudes.
Right.
Also men at work. There you go.
Well, I think a big part of it also had to do with the fact that Australia was beginning to come into its own, like in terms of economics, and so probably a lot of their culture was starting to export at that time because I'm sure it was a novelty. Well, it was a novelty, but I'm sure that like seeing this new culture that is kind of like our own but weird. It's like it's very different than British culture, but it's like very different from ours too. But it's still kind of the same as both. Like it's a very strange thing.
Yeah, and I think like Mad Max came out too, so that like that's a very Australian movie. So like just a bunch of shit like happened all at once. But I mostly will say Men at Work did it. Just like that album was huge, and
it was big.
And I mean they literally sang a song about Australia, one of their biggest hits, if not their biggest hit.
That's the biggest hit, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe Who Can It Be Now? This is the two.
That's a big one too.
But
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, made me a Vegemite sandwich. Yeah, so but to celebrate Australia, I got one of their finest exports, the Foster's oil can.
The oil can.
It was on sale for 2 for $5. Which is not that good of a deal. If
Foster's was their finest export, I think they'd still just be filled with Aboriginals because that stuff is not very good at all.
No, it's not. But I do have to ask, what do you know about Australia? Like, what are the things that you know about Australia?
I know that their flag has a giant foot kicking an ass.
Okay,
Oh, wait,
so you
was
learned that from The
That was
Simpsons.
the Simpsons episode.
Yeah.
I know.
Their toilets go backwards. Also a Simpsons episode.
Most of my education about the world is from The Simpsons.
Yeah. I think Kevin broke. I think Australia banned him from the internet. It's like, oh, that's all you think of us, huh? Well, yeah. Well, what I know about Australia is that they were a prison colony. They have a weird law about you if you have pictures of women with AAA size breasts or smaller, it's child pornography, even if they're adults. So, if you have a wife with like double A's, maybe she should get breast implants so you're not a pedophile. I don't know what that law is, but that is a law in Australia. And I know that Mel Gibson is from there. That's pretty much it. That's all I know about Australia. Ryan, what do you know about Australia? Anything?
90% of it is uninhabited.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
90% of that uninhabited space is filled with poisonous things that want you to die.
Yeah. Oh, and Kevin just texted me that he blue screened. That's cool.
That's yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to wait a couple minutes to start, but we can fill time. First off, let's talk a little bit about Crocodile Dundee. So, Ryan, you haven't seen this in a long, long time. I haven't either.
Very long time.
Do you remember anything about Crocodile Dundee? You probably remember more about this movie than about the whole history of Australia, or
I remember the movie's really dumb. That's
so,
about it.
I didn't know this. Paul Hogan actually co-wrote the screenplay for this. So he actually typecasted himself. That's incredible. That's like Yahoo Serious with young Einstein. That's some impressive shit to typecast yourself. But this movie is, I don't know. It's pretty well regarded. On Rotten Tomatoes, it's at 89%. That's really high. That's really, really high, and I was.
Like everybody from Australia just voted it up.
Yeah.
Because like that's not really. I mean, think about what other movies from Australia can you think about?
Mad Max and that Two Hands movie with Heath Ledger. Those are the
There's actually a movie called Australia or something like that.
Yes, and that movie was shot in Australia, so yeah, that's another one. The Crow was shot in Australia.
What?
No way. No way. Really? There's no damn way that was shot in Australia. I can't believe it. Those are seriously the only movies I can think of that.
There aren't very many, so I mean, I guess that's why this movie gets that kind of rap.
Steve Irwin's Funeral, the movie.
Too soon.
Well, I know his kid has had a TV show for a while, which is just weird. But yeah, other than that, there's not a lot of movies from Australia. This is one of their, but this movie's not really from Australia either, because most of it's not in Australia, right? Like, there's part of it.
It's in New York most of the time.
Yeah, so that's kind of a problem too. Some good reviews here. This one's from the New Times. Have a very good day watching this one. That's a positive review. I don't know why. He just says, have a good day watching. So,
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I think it has something to do with Australia. Funny comedy, all the fish out of water cliches, but it works. Says Fred Topple from About.com. Did not know that was a legit critic source, was About.com, but...
Is About.com like still like a website?
I guess so. I run into it sometimes when I need to look like up how to brine a turkey or some shit, like stupid cooking, like some like mechanical or like actually like procedural thing. They'll have a thing on that.
Like, are they a search engine? What is their business model?
Are they still around? They have a lot of ads. They have a lot of ads. They also have those asshole like embedded link words. So they're like highlighted in blue, and if you click on them, they actually pop out something that has nothing to do with the article at all. So they'll like highlight like, Turkey, and then it'll go out to like Butterball's website. It's like, or it'll go to like a bowling website. I'll go to whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. Whoever pays for it. But yeah, it's pretty stupid. But I do have some Netflix reviews.
Oh, good.
These are actually fairly well written. For Netflix reviews.
Why are you reading them?
I could, you know what? The other ones had no feedback on them, so I feel like that's not fair. It's like when we used to play Shot or Not, and the person needed a certain number of votes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair
So
enough.
these ones both have a lot of votes. So this one's a 5-star review. When I hear the name Paul Hogan, I automatically think Crocodile Dundee. Yeah, I think pretty much everyone does. Or Subaru. That's pretty much. That's it.
True.
Yeah. By the way,
because a lot of people think Subarus are from Australia because of those ads.
Yes.
Like the Japanese cars.
And also, it's confusing because does Paul Hogan have the rights to play? What I'm confused about is he playing Crocodile Dundee or is he playing Paul Hogan?
Hogan dressed up as Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, I get that's what it is because he doesn't have the rights for Crocodile Dundee. So he's like basically because he's so horribly typecasted, it's not stealing a character because that's literally all he's known for. They just think like, oh, that's probably how he is. He's just a ridiculous Australian stereotype. So when I hear the name Paul Hogan, I automatically think Crocodile Dundee. The film is designed as a comedy, but turns into an adventure film with a lot of laughs. I do not remember that. I do not remember adventure in this movie. So I'm really...
it's an adventure. It's him like trying to figure out how to live in a city like New York.
Yeah. So that's a little weird. Oh, look who's back from blue screen. Hey. Yeah, so hopefully that doesn't happen again.
I hope not.
So we're just reading
this fucking computer to Australia, man.
Yeah, exactly. Because the internet's so good there, right? Is it good? I don't fucking know.
No,
It
it's
probably
terrible.
it's terrible, yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst.
So I was just reading a Netflix review, and the reason why was we do it every week, but also Rotten Tomatoes just has an 89%. So that's a really, really high score. Yeah. So
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we were theorizing that everybody in Australia had to vote it up or something.
Yeah.
It was like legally required. They had to vote for it.
Yeah, and if you look at the critics, they're not very reputable. But anyways, that 5-star review, they said as the movie progresses, he journeys to New York City where he attempts to comes to terms with modern polite society. A lot of fun and safe for the whole family. You know what? Is there any movie that's 5 stars that's safe for the whole family? Like, think about that. A perfect 10 out of 10, or even a 9 out of 10 that's safe for the whole family.
Toy Story?
Wall-E?
Yeah.
Like Toy Story?
Pixar.
Pixar.
Pixar is pretty much the only ones I can think of that are close to being, like, what I would call completely family friendly and are actually good.
Yeah. The Croods. No.
Yeah. We did that one, didn't
Yes,
we?
we did. We did.
Yeah,
that was bad.
That was a great film. Love Dennis Leary's voice.
So this actually, I think, is a pretty accurate review from what I remember. It's 3-star review. The original Crocodile Dundee is charming in its own right. I think a few of the scenes are a bit cheesy.
Yeah.
But the movie does have a different style to it. Yeah, it's called a cheap style. That makes it somewhat refreshing to watch. If only we could keep Paul Hogan from making more and more sequels. One was enough. Sure.
There's more than one?
Yeah, Crocodile Dundee. Okay, so this movie, as you know, takes place in New York City.
Yeah.
And it's a fish out of water movie, of course. Well, the second one, as they are wont to do with any movie that has a fish out of water, is it's now a fish out of water story, except it's back now. He's the fish in water, and the girl is the fish out of water.
That movie's terrible.
It is unwatchably bad. Yeah, I've seen it one time, long time ago, and it was one time too many for sure.
By the way, this is the best thing I just found out. 1987 Academy Awards Best Writing Original Screenplay nominee. Holy shit. Paul Hogan was nominated for a Best Original Screenplay Oscar. Wow.
I did not know that.
If someone told me that, I would think they were completely lying.
Good laugh in their face.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah, that's shocking to me, actually. I did not know that. I mean...
Holy shit. That's mind-blowing.
Paul Hogan is not known for his...
chops.
Anything. Other than being Crocodile Dundee, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't... That's a shocker. You know, there have been more recent ones. Like, wasn't there one in the 2000s?
Yes. So there was one in 89, then there was one like 2002 or something like that, and that's Dundee in LA. And I've heard real bad things about that one. And like the second star, and it was Judge Reinhold. Like it's so weird, and that got major released. That was in theaters. It did. It totally got a theatrical release from a major studio. It's so odd.
Judge Reinhold is one of those people that you bring into your project because you can't get anyone, and he just happens to be hanging out like on set that weekend or something.
There was like a 3-year time span where he was sort of a big deal.
Shit after Beverly Hills Cop.
Well, that he had Fast Times. He had a bunch of movies from like 84 to like 87, and then he made Vice Versa. Like, I just remember Vice Versa was kind of, that's when it ended. Vice Versa was when people were like, huh, this movie's really terrible. But yeah, he's had a weird career. So yeah, so let's get started. Do you want to go through how this all works and how to set it up?
Yeah, here on Mockflix, we watch Netflix movies and make fun of them. So, if you're going to watch a Crocodile Dundee with us, make sure that you turn on your Netflix subtitles. Those, of course, are listed on the Netflix player. And we will be talking over the movie, so make sure not to miss any plot points. You'll have your complex.
Sorry. Yeah.
Your complex so, the only other thing is make sure to sync up with Michael when he counts down. If you happen to lose your place, you can use the timer on the Netflix player to sync back up with the time listed on the bottom of the stream. That's it.
All right. So, are you guys ready?
I'm ready as I'll ever be for this movie, I guess.
All right. Yeah, we both did the same. Righto, mate.
All right.
Matey.
I keep saying matey, which is
Foster's.
It's Australian for beer.
It's Australian for something.
Yeah.
Giving up.
It's sad.
All right. Let's get started. So on 3, 2, 1 on go, we will do this. So let's do this now because I did this in the wrong order. So okay, I got the giggles. Aha! All right. So 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm glad to see that this is only a 97-minute movie.
Yeah, it's short. Tight. Keeps it tight.
Yeah, that's the excuse we'll use.
Yeah, it just... I remember this movie moving real slow. I do. I
don't remember this being an exciting movie by any stretch, but I could, maybe I'll be...
Sorry, profane. Already offensive. I saw the World Trade Center.
Yep. Censorship.
I keep misplacing my grots, matey. Me grots. But
remember when print media existed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We call those the old days.
Did you just get out of the shower?
Yeah, she definitely did. No, she was just swimming in the Hudson.
You can smell her from like 100 yards away.
Oh, you mean Paul Hogan?
Do you think he gave himself that nickname?
I think
Yes.
Paul Hogan was the nickname he gave himself.
New Yorker. Just to let you know.
Her hair got like halfway drier in the 30 seconds they were talking.
And they probably had to film that like 6 or 7 times, and they got like a PA just going with a spray
Are
bottle.
we watching Rambo 3?
I hope so.
That'd be awesome. Dude, Rambo 3 is so fucking hilarious.
It is funny.
It is the dumbest Rambo. It's dumber than 4 to
Talk
me.
about like sequels that perverted the entire idea of
Yes.
the original movie.
It's number 1. It is literally number 1. It is the top of all time. The first one is completely anti-war, and the third one is shooting exploding arrows, which I don't even think fucking exist. Yeah, they don't even exist. They just make them up. Anyways. I feel like we're watching the beginning of Wings.
Round.
Yeah, kind of like that. Beautiful Australia.
Looks like Arizona.
Look at this
Yeah,
guy.
exactly. Field of dirt.
Do you
Ooh.
like things brown?
This music is going dangerously into elevator territory here.
Man, Newsday had a hell of a budget back then. For a fucking interest piece, they're sending someone to Australia.
Well, the guy apparently got his leg bit off by a crocodile and then like escaped or some bullshit. So.
Dude, that would just be on Gawker now.
Even
You
the
would
most
need to send someone.
normal men in Australia still wear shorts.
Get his line like halfway through that sentence.
Yeah. Yeah. David Stiven.
Did he just say something about my bush? What is he talking about?
I always enjoy the bush. Are you talking about here, or is that like a pickup line?
Where's the watch on the outside of the gloves?
Yeah.
What is with this girl's steampunk sunglasses she's got there?
I don't know.
These
They're
fucking things.
She looks like fucking what's that guy's name? Thomas Dolby? The guy who's like she blinded me in science.
It's like fucking Benjamin Franklin or something.
Yeah. Paul Hogan, head writer. Amazing.
Yeah.
Nominated for an Academy Award.
He should literally introduce himself to everyone as Academy Award nominated Paul Hogan.
I mean, okay, so Lars von Trier's made some shitty movies, especially in the past decade plus, but he wrote Breaking the Waves, and he can't say that shit. He can't say that he was nominated for Best Original Screenplay. Nope.
Maybe Foster's instead.
You know what? That Foster's is too good for that hotel. That hotel looks like shit. I would not want to stay there.
It looks pretty dumpy.
Wow, you're getting morbid pretty quick.
Do you like spiders?
Belly by nightfall.
It doesn't look like it, but this is actually
Sharks are way bigger in Australia.
yeah. Dude, that guy was side-arming his fucking dart throws. What the hell was he? Like, fucking...
In proper form.
What is he, Dennis Eckersley? Like... like... Good job, you did it.
Man, Australia's crazy.
But he's already down under.
But he wrote a screenplay about it.
Actually, based on a true story.
It's called 128 hours plus 12 GMT. I don't know what the time zone thing is for. That's a big.
Probably.
It's probably like plus 23.
Yeah, it's probably a lot.
Yeah.
Go. Never mind. I was going to explain time zones, but it's just not worth it.
It's GMT plus, right?
23. 23 would mean it'd be like 1 hour behind.
Yeah, it's just.
Do I need to explain time zones for you guys?
No.
No.
I mean, probably, but I don't want to listen to it, so.
This is what happens when there's no women in a bar. This is why you need women.
What's that guy doing? He's just shaking.
Exactly. They're wrestling crocodiles. Peter's gonna have a field day with this one. The fakest crocodile.
Wow, where did you buy that prop?
Just fucking.
Damn, you're the only lady in Australia.
Yeah, there's not tons of beautiful women in Australia. No.
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 Not at all.
You know what? Paul Hogan's probably fucked a lot of hot Australian women.
Especially back then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude, he's ripped. He's not bad looking. He's
Well, not just that.
Yeah.
He was an international star in Australia.
Well, not before this movie. Was he? Was he before?
After this movie?
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying like during the shooting, probably still. Oh, look at her mom jeans. Or her mom pants are, oh, so good.
Yeah.
When's this movie made?
What is this music?
That's awkward.
Don't you know what medical stuff is? Like, that should probably get some spray on there.
Yeah, I know. Don't you know what an infection is, buddy?
Just go to Australia for that.
Man, this guy is charming and not creepy.
This guy naturally peacocks. Like, he doesn't even need to do anything. He's just a ridiculous human being.
Well, his hat is covered with teeth, so that's something.
It's a good jam they got playing.
Yeah, the music in this movie so far, pretty amazing. You don't shoot a croc, mate. Damn. This guy would not try to fight him.
Yeah, he would get fucking annihilated.
This guy.
And he still sucker punched him. I love how he still sucker punched him, though. He didn't.
Yeah, he could have just fought him normally. He still would have beat him up. He's the one who called him shit for brains.
But you are a poacher. You just walked in with a crocodile and made a joke about getting him a drink after he stone cold murdered his ass. I mean, that's fine. I don't care that much about crocodiles, but still. Oh, he's gonna make the beer fall off. That was actually pretty great. That was a good move. That was a good move. Yeah. That's a good move.
He's got heart and he's got brains.
I love how he distracted him with the beer. Oh, you just need to take this.
Well, it was all in his legs, so...
That's before he got the Subaru. I think they just repurposed the prop from Mad Max to make that truck.
That's actually what every car in Australia looks like.
Just driving through fucking Melbourne. It's just shitty, like, rickety-ass trucks.
Men in full suits that's driving these.
You know, Kobe Bryant, I don't think film production companies had monetized product placement yet at this point. They really didn't know, like, they could make money.
That didn't really start happening until the late 80s.
Yeah, 90s really is when it, like, really started happening. I guess the exception are fucking Reese's Pieces and E.T. They got paid some money for that shit. Stuff, yeah. That was so ridiculous. No one eats Reese's Pieces. They're okay, but I'd rather fucking eat a peanut butter cup.
I agree.
Really angry about product placement here.
Actually, I am. I fucking hate it.
I'm just angry about the products that are being placed. Not even angry about the concept.
You know what? I don't care about product placement if it makes sense. If it makes sense, I don't care.
Like, if someone in the movie drinks a Coke, I don't give a shit. But if they flash it in front of the screen...
Yeah, I go, oh, I need a Coke right now. I was sure parched.
It's the difference between product placement and the movie Torque, you see.
Yeah. But Torque's amazing. But see, like, Torque exceeds... It breaks the plane. Like, it goes so far, it, like, loops around again. It defies
all logic. Does that happen in this movie, or...?
So she's met Dundee, proved that he did not lose his leg, but got hurt by El Croc.
Yeah.
Maybe a poacher, and she's not real interested in him right now because he's kind of a show-off. That's about it.
Yep. Dopey?
Dopey.
Oh, Dopey. Okay.
No, he didn't call him a Moby. Get out of the way, Moby.
Moby charges him. I'm not Moby.
Let me talk to you about my new digital experience tour. Oh, get the fuck out of here, Moby. I don't want to deal with your shit.
I tell you that in my dreams I'm dying all the time.
Well, they are on the south side, so...
Yakety yak, don't talk back.
Is this...
Well, I don't know.
Is that... I think he has PTSD or something.
Oh. Well, that doesn't help you. Now you're even more stuck. You want him to run away out of the road.
Yeah, I know.
He's like that Caesar Milan guy, the dog whisperer.
No, we're gonna run it over with the truck, and we have dinner.
He's like, I am so gonna have sex with that American lady.
I hear they're into anal. Hey, you know what? Australians probably have lots of stereotypes about Americans that we don't even know about.
Probably.
Yeah, just like we have all these stereotypes of Australians.
Might not want to lean over the boat like that.
That thing's like 50 yards away.
No, he wasn't talking about that alligator. He's talking about a crocodile coming.
Yeah.
This lady's a moron. She knows there's crocodiles everywhere here. She's leaning off the edge of the boat.
Ooh, that was a good crossfade.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
See, we don't want to show them crossing the entire pond, so let's crossfade it to when they land.
I haven't seen one fucking didgeridoo yet. The Echo Billabong. We'll buy some surfwear.
Yeah, Billabong shirts. That'd be good.
Yep.
I remember when I moved to New York, I had a Billabong shirt, and all these kids made fun of me. They're like, "What's Billabong? Stupid."
And then it got popular there too.
Yeah, and then they all wore shirts.
Upstate New York, we're buying O'Neill and Billabong clothing.
Just because it said "bong" on it. That's when they started doing that ad campaign. Was when it got big. It's like, oh, it says "bong." What language is Dundee speaking? I don't know. I think it's English, but it's like with an accent. I'll say Australian. So we'll just leave for half a week. Bye. What is he doing? Like a fucking episode of Survivor Man? Why does he have to go for 4 days?
How much does this guy just talk to himself?
He's speaking Foster.
What else are you supposed to fucking do when you're in the middle of the outback?
I think the main thing you're supposed to do is get poisoned or dehydrated.
Get bitten by a crocodile and have sex with an American woman. What else would you do?
That sounds like an alright trip. If I was an Australian.
I mean, it's a good story.
It's a good feedback loop, too, because the crocodile bite and the sex with the American woman will begat more sex with American women and, unfortunately, probably more crocodile bites. But that's a fun...
talking about?
But,
Well, it creates sequels, you see.
yeah. They should do like what they do with video games and just make shot-for-shot remakes of movies.
Yeah.
But have the same people in them too, just much older.
Keep in mind, the plot of this movie is that he goes to New York City.
It takes a while for that to happen, if I remember correctly.
It does. They spend a lot of time derfing around in Australia for no reason.
Wink, wink.
Now, if the crocodile happened to jump on me, I would have to.
They're making a sequel to Zoolander? What? Sorry.
Yes, they are.
Wow. Anyway, sorry, go ahead. That has nothing to do. Wow.
Do the death roll on you.
Meat safe.
Safe.
Fortunately, the croc forgot the combination.
Frigidaire, you see.
Also, it doesn't have opposable thumbs, so it couldn't put the combination in the first place. So I just swam away. I will say she's sort of kind of doing a good job because she's acting annoyed, but she still looks like she wants to have sex with him every single second they're on screen together. She's always giving him these looks like, oh man, I'm really turned on by this guy.
Long crossfade of woman staring.
There's a lot of bugs in Australia, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen one yet.
Yeah. How did they do that? Did they have a bunch of citronella candles on the perimeter? Or?
They probably had a lot of people, reapplying fucking off and stuff, nonstop. Prize rat bag. Well, I protested when they tried to illegalize poaching.
But I was fishing.
When I was fishing.
Is this guy a conservative folk hero?
He would be if anyone remembered this movie's plot. Well, I like that Midnight Oil song.
I was gonna grab this snake, you know.
That is the fakest goddamn snake, and that is the greatest sound.
I think I'd have sex with Paul Hogan with this character here. It's like, oh, just saved your life, and I'm just gonna tell you I don't give a shit about anything. You know,
Yeah,
whatever.
It's like this life-saving nihilist or something.
Yeah.
The Onion article, it's like nihilist wildfire delays the inevitable, and he's standing in front of a burnt out home.
You gotta put some shrimp on that Barbie. What are you doing?
So you don't own a rock because it's gonna be here way after you're dead. Save you from a snake. I'm going to bed now.
And that's why I signed a reverse mortgage on this rock. Because I'm not gonna own it anyways.
What I'm trying to tell you is take out all the loans you can.
Did that bring like a tent? No.
No.
Just have scorpions crawl over our faces.
Yeah, I know. They just saw a snake that was like 7 feet long, and like now they're like, let's go to sleep. You know what though? I think I'd feel safe. That dude just like casually grabbed a snake. I'd probably feel safe.
Who could feel unsafe next to that guy?
There's just a note on the rock. Went to pub. It's like there's not a pub anywhere near here.
That's Mad Max.
I don't think you guys know how to poach.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Obviously, you'd be as loud as possible.
Rue got shot.
What the hell? They don't poach safely.
Kangaroos are like giant rats. No one
Those
cares.
are the
Ah.
there's no law against that?
Well, maybe back then there wasn't. I don't know.
Is that the guy he punched earlier?
I think so.
Look over there, it's a wild American.
She's feral. I tracked her with the scent. It's just Estee Lauder. Like, yeah. That's a pretty good prop.
He's like, he didn't just like save these. He was trying to kill them.
No, he shot their gun. It's okay. Now, if he had moved,
between those two guys.
if he had just moved his arm like 1 inch up, he would have hit him in the abdomen and probably would have died because he's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
But he was pretty sure he wasn't going to move his arms.
He's a true folk hero. Had to save them kangaroos. Only 30 of them died that night.
I hope he killed a second kangaroo just to do that. Yeah. He just kills a bunch of kangaroos so they can make shoot props. Like fucking to hide behind.
I'm rugged.
I call this the mock knife.
Have you seen how rugged I am?
Beats the shit out of a quattro.
Probably does.
Probably does. The shit quattros kind of suck.
They do.
Yeah, you are a journalist, so that's normally how you feel. No, you're a journalist. I think that's the bigger problem. I think that's why you wouldn't survive out there. I would survive out there. I'd die. I would not live.
None of us would live.
No.
Would not live for 2 days.
You know what the worst part is? I'd probably avoid some like really like crazy things. I'd be like, wow, I can't believe I survived that. And then I'd die in like the dumbest fucking way. Like fall off a rock and like break my shin.
Well,
then,
you'd more likely just get bit by something.
Yeah.
Or stung.
Or I'd eat something that wasn't right for me and I shit myself to death. It's like, oh, what a great way to die.
Sir, do you think you can marginalize me some more?
That would you?
Whoa! What?
That's not cool.
You forget that like she's from America, which has like the monopoly on crazy people with guns.
That's true. But she's from New York City, so that's not even the U.S.
Which back in the 80s kind of had a monopoly on crazy people with guns. Just saying.
Yeah, this is mid-'80s. It was starting to turn a little bit, but yeah, you're probably right. You said late 70s. I definitely give it to you. If it was late 70s, though, she'd be burning down the whole forest.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we do in the city.
She just shot at his foot. What the fuck is with this? He's an asshole, but she's insane. That's an insane thing to do.
I'm picking up on a scent. What is... I love how this is like some false challenge. Like, he's not supposed to be following her, but she never said, don't follow me. He has literally no reason not to follow her. He's fucking bored.
I mean, she paid him a bunch of money to give a tour of this place. And
Yeah.
if he dies, probably won't get the money.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to return the deposit now that she died, right? That sucks. Also, she's pretty attractive. So, yeah, you probably hang out around her. Say, yeah, okay. I'll see, make sure she's okay. Exactly, Kobe Bryant. She got his respect by almost injuring him.
Think you can lose me, Sheila? You smell like Diet Coke.
Yeah, probably in the 80s. You smell like Crystal Light lemonade.
Light. Those were the days. Crystal Light.
Only 5 calories, man.
Just mix it up in a fucking pitcher and you're good to go.
Oh, this will be a good idea.
After a long day of attractively walking through the Australian bush.
Hopefully I get a peek at another type of bush. Don't ever take off your shoes. Don't ever take off your shoes. What? Why? Why are you taking off your shoes?
Yeah, that's a bad plan.
Also, I love how she just coincidentally has a fucking
Like a
bathing suit on.
long bathing suit.
This is a terrible idea. Everything she's doing.
This is a terrible scene.
Yeah.
This is idiotic.
Yes, let's fill up my canteen
Don't
with.
drink that!
Just rip it off your head.
Lady, that's my water!
Why would she fill up her canteen at like this terrible like swamp water?
Swamp. Yeah, I know. That's why I said you're gonna drink that?
You get dysentery.
You're gonna drink still water in the fucking swamp?
He's like, thank you, crocodile.
Yeah, so true.
He slips the crocodile a 50.
It's dead. It's just dead. Just there you go. Thanks.
Good show, mate.
Well,
That's dead. I stuck a knife in its skull.
and twisted it. Yeah, I think it's not doing so hot.
It's dead.
That's a fucking nice thinking. By the way, reptiles usually though, when you kill them, they'll flop for a while, right? Like, so that thing should have been like flopping around.
It
depends.
Poacher that he severed the spinal cord. It just sat there.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
He looked like he stabbed it in a pretty effective spot.
Yes. I will say, I'll agree with that.
Is it dead? It kills me. So funny.
What is she doing?
Her neck hurts. She was just doing CrossFit with a crocodile.
Wow, Paul Hogan cares about infections.
Yeah, that's why he let his leg get bit by a croc and then just left it.
Some. Oh,
You're
at this point,
here, you dumb
at
fuck.
this point, you are so turned on by him. It's so ridiculous. Like every scene is.
Yeah. Oh God. Let's not go
We
down
may
this road.
see a didgeridoo.
Let's not go down this road. Okay, we didn't go down this road. Alright.
Oh, it's Aaron Neville? I love Aaron Neville. Oh, let me serenade you. Welcome to the Outback. Oh.
That's good one.
Aaron Neville told you off about the killings. What the who?
I don't know.
He could have said anything. I would have just been like, oh, that must be a tribe.
Yep.
Night vision goggles.
Good joke.
He's also an idiot.
I love when the movie does a good thing by not playing into the stereotype, and then
Put that
immediately
shit on him.
makes a guy like this silly comic relief character for no reason. Man, this new Madonna music video is gonna be fantastic.
I was about to start singing Vogue, I swear. I was about to start singing fucking Vogue. There's a part in the black and white video from Michael Jackson, right, that has like it's African guys though, but like tribe. So. They're dancing and like freaking George Wentz on a couch because he got rocked. That. He got rocked into space and landed in Africa.
Like ISO 50 million. In the middle of the fucking outback at dark. How's she getting?
Why is he? I just want to let you know.
Dungarees, Lees, dungarees.
Back at that time, Soviets would die for those pants.
Yeah.
You could go black market on that shit. Yes. Probably.
Yeah, I saw it in the future. I won't shoot at your foot ever again.
Oh, let's start the story again.
Yeah, I know. What?
It's only been a couple days. By the way, it's been 38 minutes.
Yeah, I know. What?
We're still in the bush.
You heard it here. God and Jesus and all of them apostles were poachers.
It's true. They're poaching those worshippers.
What do they even need to poach for? God created the animals. What's this?
Yeah. Also, I mean, like fucking Jesus could make his own food and like turn water into wine. Like he's fucking set. He doesn't need anything.
Imagine being able to turn water into wine. Now that is a fucking trick, man.
That'd be pretty cool.
That's high on the list of things.
It's like, holy shit, this guy turned this water into wine. This is amazing. Oh fuck, is this Yellowtail? I haven't perfected it yet. Yellowtail, man, I can get this $5, man. At
you
the
would never want to turn
Kroger.
water into wine for other people, though, because you would end up tied in a basement, like, in an instant.
Someone fucking, like, hostels you downstairs.
You would get kidnapped to shit if you were able to do that.
One of those, like, hobo societies in an abandoned factory, like, just have them tied up in, like, a T pose. What the fuck are we talking about?
I don't know, they're just swimming
now.
We're
not talking about this, because nothing's happening still.
Weren't there crocodiles in that water?
Yeah, weren't we just worried about the crocs?
They went to a different place, come on.
I'm sure there'd be some crocs in there, right? I don't know.
Well, he probably knows where the crocs are likely to be. Though apparently not that well, because he did get bit by one, like, recently.
But he was busy fishing, he wasn't paying attention.
Fishing. He was poaching crocodiles specifically. You'd think he would have been looking for that crocodile.
Why would he take off his shirt but leave his pants on?
Good point.
That fish would be flipping around like crazy.
New York Caucasian girl.
Just throws it. Fuck this
I just
fish.
ordered that for a reason.
Yeah, I'll just throw it off to the side.
I don't need this shit.
Look what I poached!
Thompson's, they're doing a special dance in protest to bring Dunkaroos back. By the way, I saw like an article. I didn't read it, but someone's like, make your own version of Dunkaroos. Like someone reverse engineered Dunkaroos, so you can fucking.
He would buy cake icing and then chocolate chip cookies.
Animal crackers. There, I did it.
This is breaking journalist code. Gamergate. No kissing. No.
We're gonna act break now. Yep. Ooh, wait.
She seemed very casual about making out with the person in her story. It's like, oh, I crossed the line here. It's like, eh.
Yeah, just a little.
I mean, Paul Hogan shouldn't give a shit.
Is he zipping it? Oh, that was his bag.
Oh, Dundee.
You punch her? Did you punch her?
Did you slug her in the gut?
No, mate, but she almost blasted my foot off.
Why?
Yeah, exactly. What for?
So halfway through the movie, we're actually getting him to New York. Which
Big
is
jump. Big jump. Like, no segue. It's like,
Yeah.
let's just go.
It's been days and days hanging out in the bush of, like, no plot, and then they skipped everything involving him going to America, and they're, nope, you're going now. Goodbye. That's a right big bird, eh?
Too soon.
You're dredging up memories, guys.
Even from here, I could tell that the thermite wouldn't burn those buildings down.
No, it's because they used thermite. Come
Oh,
on.
right.
Mike.
Sorry. Come on. Fujitsu, do you want a shitty hard drive? I picked up the lingo while I was away.
Yeah, I know, right?
Reinhold game. Jungle Jim.
Oh, burn. He's like, I thought of that on the way over. Isn't it clever?
Oh no, it's gonna eat your feet.
I'm the expert.
Crocodile under that.
The crocodile pops out.
Comes up on the sewer when he gets on the street. Exxon.
It's way more now.
Yeah, 7 million, right?
Just shaking my head like, no. It is a joke. Fuck off.
Was that guy Australian? What? Stupid.
They're like, was that Mel Gibson?
The only other Australian.
At this time, basically. He
Yeah.
was the only one people knew.
I'm not disagreeing. That's pretty much it.
My God, these filler shots are just taking forever.
Yeah,
Is that Carl Winslow? That's Carl Winslow, isn't it?
Carl Winslow.
Carl of Duty. It's
What
not
the
my
fuck are you
car.
talking about, you racist shit.
He truly is Australian. Tucanos, huh? What's that? Is that a scarf she's wearing? What the fuck is that? That does nothing. What is that? It's like a vest that she cut apart and just left this part.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yes, Kobe Bryant, this movie is half over. In a weird way, even though it's paced extremely slow, it's kind of moving fast. It's really odd. Like nothing's really happened all that much, but it's going by pretty quick.
Not there have literally been like 3 plot points so far.
I bet you New York News hasn't spent this much on a story in
Ever.
15 years, 20, maybe ever, yeah. Unless it had to do with the Cuomos. That's about the only chance.
Yeah, yeah.
Cuomo lot. It's like Camelot, but with Cuomo in the name.
That's clever.
It is clever. It's very smart. The guy has awesome hair. It's like...
He doesn't know that you give people money.
I like how she's dressed like Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, I know. Dude, this guy would be pissed off. He wouldn't want to live in this. Look at this place.
Well, all the expenses paid. Why not, though?
No, he would hate this place.
That's a new show.
The only thing they could get rights to.
Representing the 80s, apparently.
She's an interesting woman. They made out, and she's just like, everything's cool.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to care. What I don't get is what
Interesting.
is
Okay.
Okay, though, Americans get confused by
Yes. Yeah, fuck that. Most Americans don't even know what a fucking bidet is.
Yeah, most have never seen one, ever.
Yeah. I think bidets are a good idea. I would use a bidet.
Get one installed in your house.
You can.
I have a diaper like sprayer on the side of my toilet, but that's too high velocity. That would just be a problem.
Might as well give it a shot.
No, that would not be good. I'll guarantee you it would be a problem.
You should try it, but you should film it.
Yeah.
Stupid Australians don't use bidets.
What is it, a water fountain? Ha 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 ha. Did Geraldo discover Al Capone vault by this time? Nope.
Hey there, black man with a big car!
She's kind of being an asshole by inviting this dude who's never been in a big city before to the biggest city on fucking Earth and just leaving him there.
Yeah. Black dude in a big car. There's 3 guys outside. Who are you talking to me?
Yeah, right, exactly. So it's ridiculous.
That guy's a bit part master. That guy was
No
good.
kidding. No small parts. Don't worry, Croc. Crocodile Dundee. Soon you'll learn to hate everyone just like all New Yorkers.
Just like Mel Gibson. You could say that too. He hates everyone too, so works.
Music is really stupid.
Yeah, like low budget, no budget music here. It's amazing that everyone's walking one way and he's walking he's the only one walking the other way.
Yeah, I know. I hate when movies do that.
Yeah.
Drives me nuts.
Dude, the fucking A train's over there, man. Everyone needs that. That goes everywhere. Goes to JFK. Goes down to Battery Park. It just hits everything, man.
How would this guy ever find his way back?
Probably by smelling walls or some bullshit. I don't know. What did he do? Some weird Australian shit. Clean up after your dog or get fined. Okay. I don't think anyone did that. Why is is that the French embassy?
I'm just gonna stay here.
This cop profiling a minority.
Wow. Oh, he's back. Director loved him so much the first time, they were like, let's give this guy another one.
It's kind of terrifying to see a man carry that big of a knife around. It's like, I want.
That would be scary.
Like, what are you doing?
You live in Arizona, Mike. You see people open carry all the time here.
There's something a little different about that. Like, you can at least like fall under the bullshit guise that it's for self-defense, which isn't true. Now, yes, when people are like carrying fucking assault rifles around, which I've seen more and more. Like, I was driving down Rural like a few weeks ago, and I saw fucking someone carrying an assault rifle while they were walking down the street. It's like, you know, fuck you. Like, that's really weird. Don't do that.
Get out of that. You gotta get out of that state.
Dude, fuck that. It's so weird. And I know, like, the guy was just some, like, schlubby, like, 50-something year old white dude, but, like, he wasn't, like...
They all are. They're
yeah.
You wouldn't see.
Well, yeah, that gun's like $2,500 at least. It's fucking expensive. It's
Spend his whole
stupid.
paycheck on it. That's what those idiots do.
Dude, it's so fucking weird. But a knife's different. Like, a knife's like... That's not like a self-defense weapon. That's like, I'm gonna like... I'm making a choice.
It's kind of more aggressive in a way.
it's yeah.
Stabbing here.
When people carry a knife, it's more like a tool to them.
Yeah, it's like
yes. I'm fine with using this for whatever, you know. Like yeah. I don't want you to carry that.
It's not a Swiss Army knife. It's a fucking like it's a knife. It doesn't do anything. It's like this stabs things.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a difference. You could carry like a pocket knife or something which could be useful. But
yeah. No,
like,
that's not scary to me at all.
He has a giant Bowie knife. It's not a.
I gotta say, probably Paul Hogan's jacket's worth more than yours if you want to get down.
Yeah,
right down.
Real leather there.
Yeah, that's real croc.
Yeah.
Oh, gay joke. I am very fancy.
If you order in the fucking language that the menu's in, you're an idiot.
Yes.
Well, sometimes you have to do that, but at least you should be, like, modest. You shouldn't be like, I know this shit. You should be like, I'll have the, yeah, I messed that up. Sorry.
This guy is the most overly played, like...
Also, like, why is this guy being such an asshole? This is a guest that they brought to fucking New York, and he's just shitting on the guy.
Which he co-financed. Like, he approved the finance. He works at Newsday.
Bring him here. Yeah.
I will have the El Spaghetti and the meatballs.
I'll have some antipasti.
Did they give him time to look at the menu, or just like we're ordering right now?
Are they gonna stare at him for like 20 minutes?
Wait, what was that about? He's punched him in the face?
Yeah, he just punched him. Wow,
that was
that guy would sue him for assault.
Are they going to the Hojo? They going to the Hojo? Oh, I was hoping to go to the Hojo. That was weird. That's assault.
Butt out Dundee.
He wasn't acting drunk. He was just acting like a dick.
Yeah, he wasn't drunk at all. He was perfectly speaking like French. Like what?
Thompson's was great. They took him to the hospital where it discovered his brain was swelling beneath his skull.
Well, to be fair, that guy's brain was already swelling beneath his skull because he's like the biggest asshole ever.
You know what, Mr. Prang? You're absolutely right. There was a scene in No Holds Barred that was very similar to that scene where he didn't know what to eat at the restaurant. Good point.
Huh, yeah.
I forgot we watched No Holds Barred. That was a stupid movie.
Yep. I've got nowhere to be. My family hates me.
Uber's made me unemployed. I guess I can go get a drink. Are you paying?
Are you paying?
Yeah, that's the first question. Yeah.
You buying? We've got better spiders.
Oh man, Tom Cruise is off tonight. Where's the good? Hmm?
They're having a communications breakdown. This is funny.
You're weird. Oh, okay then. That happened.
A lot of awkward things happen at Guy Fieri's New York restaurant.
It's always kind of awkward until you get your order of the kickin' chicken winger flingers or whatever the fuck his newest creation is. Dude, she's got crabs.
That's inappropriate for the time now.
Yeah. This joke kind of falls flat these days. Just saying.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is that a Pinto?
Yeah. I think that's a Pinto.
Surprised it isn't inflamed.
Yeah, that was before they all caught fire and killed their owners.
Dude, they're in a good part of town. Avenue B, that is a good... Oh, it probably is a good part. All of it's a good part of town now, but back then, that was not a good part of town. Back when I lived there, it wasn't a very good part of town. But now, like, 1 in 17 people in New York City are millionaires. In the Manhattan area, if you live there. 1 in 17.
Well...
That's crazy, though.
Have to move out because they can't afford to live there, so...
And where do they live? I have no idea.
Fucking Yonkers or something.
Yeah. You gotta put a ring on it.
You stupid fucking Australian.
In the paper. You can join twins. Yeah, go right. They're standing very close. It's called cheating shots. They're cheating their shot a little bit, so they gotta stand close.
Yeah.
Frey.
I don't know what that means. You say I'm Australian.
We procreate differently. See, what I do is I jerk off into a little puddle, and then some woman scoops up my semen afterwards.
Like a fish?
Yeah. Australians are so weird. Was that censored?
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Are you just go? It was like weird.
That guy just punched our pimp.
You know, I feel bad for those women because they're gonna get the shit kicked out of them, and they did literally nothing.
Yeah.
They're just.
God, I'm kidding. Yeah, this guy's gonna drive him.
Hilarious.
This guy is going to drive him in New York City. This guy.
It's a joke. It's a joke that's going to take 5.
Hilarious.
Oh my god.
That may have been the worst joke in the movie so far. Because he was in a fucking car.
That whole scene was fucking awful.
Yeah.
Even regardless of any of the jokes that don't work today because they're horribly transphobic and all that, but even aside from that, there was not one funny thing in that whole sequence. It's like completely unnecessary.
Did you just have the key to his room?
Yeah, why is she walking in his fucking hotel room, weirdo?
What? He slept on the ground.
You were talking to...
What is she doing?
I don't know.
Fucking with him.
I believe we call this blue balls.
Well, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing that then?
I'm so confused.
I mean, put my hat in my water.
Oh, that was a good wipe. It's like I was
Yeah.
watching the Star Wars movie.
No, it's not. It's nothing like that.
This movie's better than all 3 first Star Wars movies. Already.
Yeah.
Already won. I go back. Way back.
Her magazine must have a lot of money where she has to take all her own pictures, too, for her article.
He's a photojournalist.
They usually have photographers. For local shit. No, it
Lady, I'm
doesn't.
standing right here.
Street dogs don't taste like shit, lady.
They're normally pretty good.
Huh?
Normally pretty good.
Oh my god.
That guy is dressed up as the stupidest mugger.
Yeah, I know. See that mugging uniform? Yep, he's gonna throw a can at him. Jesus, Crocodile Dundee a football player? What the fuck? And this is when Crocodile Dundee saved a lady's purse. I gotta say, this movie kind of sucks. I don't know about you. Like, it's not... Here's the problem with this movie for me. I don't know, maybe something will happen in the last half hour. I'm guessing not really, though. The problem with this movie for me is that he's way too perfect. Like, he goes to this place he doesn't understand, and everyone's like, he does fine here. Like, everyone loves him. And, but it's like he doesn't do anything wrong, ever. Look at that dress.
It's provocative.
Yeah. McDundee.
From that day forth, he became known as Canned Oysters Dundee. It's great.
Good one.
Yep.
So I was saying to Ryan before when you were in the bathroom, this movie is not very good because this character's way too perfect. Like, he goes here and he just fits in fine, and there's not really any problem. Like, there's no issues to be faced here.
Yeah, the ways he's not fitting in are all like kind of cosmetic. They're just kind of like, they're not offensive.
He has no conflict whatsoever.
Yes, yeah, that's a better way of putting it.
Oscar nominated.
Like Virginia Slim.
I think it's a rollie.
That's fucking weed or something, because people don't smoke like that on a cigarette.
Did he get that from someone?
No, I think he rolled it. I don't get it.
Oh no. Oh, you are dancing like a white woman.
Yeah, you see
Holy
that?
shit.
You see that?
Fucking terrible. That would give me a lot of confidence, though. I'd be like, oh, okay. Well, she can't dance at all, so her self-confidence
not my
would be minimal.
Sharona.
Yeah, it's all...
Now
I sort of remember this part.
'80s, do a lot of coke, and vote for Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, one of the best Hobgoblins jokes.
Inject it straight into your arteries.
That's great.
This is.
Like
I would be really upset right now if I could get an erection.
And now you can see, I wasted 500 of your dollars.
Where's this party anyway? Like journalists.
I get this. Buzz. A buzz.
Oh,
That's a good one.
this is some Foster's.
New York parties, we've got Coke.
They do. "6'4" and full of muscles. I said, "Will you speak in my language?" Is that the part where he goes, he turned to me and gave me a Vegemite sandwich? I think it was. I think it's...
Yes, that was it.
Yeah. He turned to me and gave me a Vegemite sandwich.
This is using their entire business's capital right here. All
Yeah,
is gone because of this phone call.
Yeah, in the 80s, the long distance phone call between those two were like $15 a 20 seconds.
In Australia, it's like as far as you could go, basically. Yeah.
Man, people don't even realize how fucking expensive phone calls were. They were so ridiculous.
Long distance costs a shitload.
My mom's phone bills, like in the 90s when she'd call family from California to New York or Pennsylvania, was like, it was like a couple $100 a month.
It's expensive as hell, yeah.
Oh, here's the scene.
Yep.
This feels like a Death Wish scene.
Look at these other guys. Look at these other guys.
Yeah.
Clever cutting, how they didn't show him actually cut the guy's jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
Will you fuck me yet?
What's Tarzan? You wouldn't know what Tarzan is. He didn't even watch TV.
Yeah, well, it is a book.
I guess so. But he's probably illiterate.
I guess so. Well, I guess I'm breaking up with that other guy. And compromising the quality of my article.
Looks like you can go down under even when you're in New York City. Ha ha! Sex joke.
Are they having a special at Outback Steakhouse?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Public brandishing a weapon, sure to get you women.
They kneel at your table. I don't know if you know about that.
I hate that.
Fucking can't stand it. It's horrible.
It makes me feel like a god. God who wants macaroni and cheese.
Your God demands that you get me one awesome blossom, extra spicy mayonnaise. What's their sauce called? It's spicy ranch or some shit.
It's dickhead sauce.
I still am betting you're losing real bad to the Post and even worse to the New York Times.
Wow, apple fell far from the tree.
I know. They don't look at. He must.
How is that casting?
That guy must have had intercourse with the most beautiful woman on the planet.
Yeah. What the hell?
Either that, or it's the reverse of that Conan sketch, where like all the absolute best features of two ugly people made this attractive person. It's like, really? You are theirs? Like,
mind blowing.
Good job on your new piece, Princess Diana. Just don't get in a limo.
Yeah, exactly. Don't accept any car rides.
Don't go through tunnels in a limo. Just that would be bad. No one sells a lot of newspapers.
Yeah. What does he run? The New York Post? No, even he's not that big of an idiot.
No, his headlines have to have more than 3 words in them. And less than 2 adjectives.
Every minute I'm driving this limo is another minute I'm not around Steve Urkel.
I love how the black guy's afraid of the dogs. Who let the dogs out?
Where's one of those dogs?
Yeah, he just shoves a knife.
Do you guys like Dio? Show him the horns.
Would you knock it off? Knock it. Well, all right then.
Now I can rob this house.
Bacon strips, dude. Get some bacon
No. Okay, good. Just let that joke die. Let it die. Let it just go away. Just let the fucking thing die. This guy owns Newsday? This guy owns way in third place paper always in New York City. Huh.
Yeah, this guy is king fucking paper. This guy owns a lot more than that.
Oh, wait, you're a Gannett? I can't fucking speak to you anymore. Even I have too much intellect for that. That's actually one of the worst parts about living in Phoenix is that we have one of the worst papers in the country for a major city. It is such a piece of shit. It's still... Oh, it is so bad, and it's a Gannett paper.
LA Times is pretty good.
LA Times is a very good paper. Considering they're all not really great. They just have They just have flashes of brilliance when they can get the money. So
yeah.
The paper that annoys me the most is the Washington Post. It has some fantastic stuff and then like mostly like the most horrible shit. Like just just political garbage nonstop. It's such a terrible paper. Man, he is a schmoozer. That's pretty good, I gotta say.
Again, this movie pisses me off. So these people would not like this guy.
Then she did a lot of coke.
She got smaller.
He also owns KB Toys. No, that would be Mitt Romney.
This guy is drinking like a fish. He's taking a drink every second.
He probably would. Probably would not enjoy this.
He's only been drinking martinis, which doesn't seem like that would be appropriate.
Hey, there's way more alcohol in that than this shit. So
martinis will knock you on your ass.
How do you like?
Pretty drunk on a martini, I gotta say.
How do you like your martinis?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I like them pretty dry. I like a little bit of. I prefer anything that has an olive in it because I love olives. So.
Yeah, I like mine dirty. Dirty.
It's good.
I like mine with just vodka. Nothing else.
There's nothing else.
That's actually, if you order an extra dry, it is just vodka. They act like they're putting vermouth in it, but they don't actually put any in it.
They basically just soak the ice cubes in it for like a tenth of a second. So it's like...
Yeah. You can't even taste it.
I'll be the judge of that. No, I will!
You call that a ring? This is a ring!
It's like...
it's an inner tube.
So that's a hula hoop. Yo, I gotta say, Paul Hogan did a hell of a job writing this female character, though. She is insanely complicated. Like, she's like, I don't know if that's an accident, but like, she's like very independent, but totally like going to marry this guy, but totally is interested in this other person and like comfortable. She's comfortable with all of it. She's totally fine with what's happening. It's really weird. You almost have to respect it. It's like, wow, this woman like does not give a shit. Like, she doesn't care.
The writing in this movie is really not bad.
No.
And that's probably, but the problem is that there's no plot.
Yes. Yeah, there is no plot.
There is absolutely no conflict in this film at all. There has been no real conflict. Like, they could have followed up him punching that guy out with the guy then trying to do something to him.
Yeah, that's true.
Like but they didn't do that. They just are like, well, he's in New York and people love him. Look at this guy in New York.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
That is the most depressing place you could go. Are you fucking shitting me? They have to because it's a movie about New York. So
they have a big ad for Midori.
Yeah, doing great these days.
Yeah, Midori. Yeah, it's
really held up. Stood the test of time.
It's still around if you want to make your drink taste like asshole.
Hope you want melon balls because that's all they're gonna make.
Ugh, I hate Midori. I'm going through severe alcohol withdrawals.
He's just shaking. Oh god. Oh, that's great.
He's like Popeye. Just like squeezes the bottle and just shoots in his mouth.
Love this guy's coat.
You know what? I kind of appreciate they picked a white pimp.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't fall into a stereotype, but that guy is the least threatening guy ever.
He's not a pimp.
Yeah. Also, his jacket looks like it has football stitches on it. Call of Duty!
And he was killed instantly. What?
Well,
No!
yeah.
No! No!
I learned that from Paul Hogan.
No!
That was
really dumb.
definitely the dumbest thing in this movie so far.
Oh, I did not think that. Wow. I did not see that coming.
That was funny.
It was.
I don't think it was funny the way they intended it.
No, it wasn't. All right.
God, that joke was bad.
Yeah,
it was. Oh my god, I can't even believe that shit. Also, who's car? What trunk thing comes off that easy? He just like went, what?
Yeah.
Pulled it off.
Thompson made a great point. There is 5 minutes left in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know what could be like. There's not a lot of time.
That guy's back.
Maybe it's like Apocalypse Now and just has no credits at the end.
Just shows like a flame, like a fiery lake or river, and then just shows Paul Hogan.
And then they float away on a boat, and it just ends.
Yeah. That sounds like a reality show.
Yeah.
I was in a bunch of articles.
It's called Idiot Abroad.
Waving.
Ha! We have some kind of rapport, even though we've talked once in this movie. All right. Guess I haven't established anything. Yeah, and I love reaction shots.
So, this was the part of the movie I saw, like, maybe a decade or so
There's
ago.
another Pinto back there.
They don't have a lot of extra cars.
It's the same
There
car.
were a lot of Pintos around this time. Like I said, they all exploded later, so...
Yeah. I gotta ask. So he's gonna go see America from the subway.
He told me he asked for the quickest way out of town.
Quickest way out of town, I guess, would be Penn Station at that time. Which, by the way, quickest would mean days, because Penn Station's a shithole. But yeah. By the way, we were talking to some people in New York City when we went there last year, and they were all talking about how they need to redo Penn Station, and the project would cost billions and billions of dollars, and they're like, yeah, they should do this. And I'm like, your state's fucking bankrupt. Like, every other city's struggling, and like, we want a new station in the ocean. Like, it's like, what the fuck are you
about with this movie having no This is the conflict of the movie. Is she gonna catch him before it's on a subway train? Yep. And it doesn't matter to me at all. I don't care.
Is Rent a possible Mockflix candidate?
I'm not watching that.
I don't want to watch Rent.
I've never seen Rent.
It's pretty dumb, man.
Yeah, Rent. I don't know.
Every character is horribly unlikable. Like you feel bad for them because of they have like all these issues and stuff, but they're all horrible.
What is
people.
this guy doing?
I feel bad for them.
You see that guy just like spin out of frame to the right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was with that guy.
This is such an anticlimactic scene. Like
Yeah,
I
no.
Now maybe the 80s were different. Maybe the 80s were different, but I've never seen a subway that full.
No,
Ever.
it doesn't. No. No.
It's not good, Netflix.
New Yorkers sure are friends. Only the weirdly dressed extras are involved in this scene. There's a guy wearing a hard hat inside.
Yeah.
And then this guy.
Yeah.
But really, what happened here is, hey, tell me
Purple monkey
fuck
dishwasher.
you. Why is this even a scene?
Oh my god, don't do it.
Why do you care? You have no stakes in this.
I'm coming through.
Don't ruin the surprise. Just fucking let it happen. He's coming
What
through.
major New York City subway is this where the train takes like 20 fucking minutes to get here?
Maybe that Rockaway Beach. That's pretty far away.
Crocodile Dundee, crowd surfer.
I'm Iggy Pop.
Yeah, that is. There's not a riser back there. Nope, not at all. You can walk on people's hands.
Here's
Yeah,
here's a jar of peanut butter. Throw it on everybody.
He would get stabbed if this happened.
Yes, he would.
Yeah.
They would
Bro.
fucking kill him.
I don't know. New Yorkers are very bipolar. Like, they'd be like, yay, 2 people are in love, I'm so happy. Hey, I was next in line. Fuck you. And, like, just get super angry.
It is a very much a mob mentality.
Yeah, New York City's weird. New York City's a weird place. That still frame, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that ending sucked. That ending sucked, and that's the part I remember.
But that's just it. You could tell the ending was going to suck halfway through the movie because nothing was happening.
There's no
Nothing.
stakes, yeah.
No stakes at all. At all. That movie was the plotless wonder. I will say this. It was the easiest plotless movie to watch that I've seen.
Yes.
I've seen other movies with that problem,
Yes.
and they're unwatchable. This movie wasn't that bad, but holy shit, it could have been so much better if there were any reason for me to give a shit whether they ended up together or not. If there was any reason for me to give a shit what happened to him, because it's like, all he did was just succeed the whole movie. He's like fucking Harry Potter.
Yeah.
He just fails at anything.
By the way, if you enjoy this movie, you may also like Down Periscope. That's like the 3rd time that movie's been recommended to us. We have to watch it. We have to watch Down Periscope. Trading Places, which I kind of enjoy Trading Places quite a bit. It's a pretty funny movie. And Turner and Hooch, which I fucking hate. I hate Turner and Hooch. You want to talk about a slow, boring movie where nothing happens. Turner and Hooch.
The last one I got was John Candy's Summer Rental.
Oh, that's a bad movie.
Summer Rental is pretty bad.
Yeah. I would watch that, though. I'd watch Summer Rental. Sure.
I would watch it. It's got John Candy, so even if you hate the movie, at least there's John Candy.
Yeah, he's always okay.
Yeah, he's fun.
So this had an $8.8 million budget and it grossed $328 million.
So who was going to see this movie like multiple times? Because I can't imagine going to see this again. Like, even if I liked the movie, there's nothing to see again.
No.
In this movie. I don't understand.
So,
Don't get it.
I agree. I would give this movie a 5. There's nothing... there's some huge problems with it, but the acting's pretty good. It's It's such a fucking weird movie. This movie is weird. Like, it is a weird movie. Like, it's paced weird.
I think this movie would have been a 5 for me if they cut out that entire bar scene.
That bar scene sucked.
If the last scene of the film wasn't that
yeah,
garbage, I'm giving it a 4. I would say a 4 because there were too many things in this movie that really annoyed the shit out of me. Between most of the movie, which is, like I said, it's not really a bad movie. It's watchable. It's just like, why am I supposed to care about any of this? Like, there's nothing at stake.
You don't really.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I don't know. I'd say it's a 4.
That movie is like a Foster's Australian beer. You could just drink it. Yeah, you could drink it. It will get the job done, but you won't remember it.
Yeah,
you won't.
That movie's not memorable at all. Holy shit! I think about this. We were watching it. I don't even really remember the first half that well. I don't remember the stuff. That was
I know. I agree. I totally agree.
I barely remember it.
Yep. Or the guy getting punched in the stomach with the bar glass on his head. That was about it.
Kissed him.
So what would you give it, Ryan?
3.
3. Okay, so you did not like it.
Not like Crocodile Dundee.
No.
Ryan's mad.
There's no jokes. There's no jokes.
That's kind of true, yeah. The jokes are really shitty, yeah. I will give you that. So
that woman, what is with the woman in this movie?
I enjoyed. That's actually kind of why I gave it a 5. I really liked her character. I thought
the strength of the movie is that woman, because you're like, where is she going? Like, it feels like she's like this social chameleon or something. Like,
yeah, well, it feels like she's rebelling against her dad the whole time. Like, her character totally makes sense in this, like, fucked up, weird way. Like, she's just like, well, I'm not going to follow any fucking status quo shit. Like, I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I want. I'm going to be completely impulsive. It's like, that makes sense.
If they had paced it more strongly and had them getting to America in the first 20 minutes of the film, I think that this could have been a very good movie, because that character was interesting, but the thing is, you don't even know who her father is until 20 minutes from the end of the movie. Like, there were if they had paced it more strongly, there could have been much stronger stakes as well, because we would have known what her situation was. And really, in a way, he wasn't even really the main character of the film. It was kind of her. Like, everything. Yeah,
I totally agree.
Entirely wrote on her. He's like the perfect character. He's like the what's it called? There's a term. I can't think of the term, but he's like the image of perfection.
Mary Sue.
She's the one. What's that?
A Mary Sue.
Well, I mean, he's kind of a Mary Sue, but it's different. Really, the idea is that, like, she definitely has way more to do with the outcome of the film. Like, he just kind of wanders around, and then he's like, well, guess I'm going to do a walkabout. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the ending of that movie's terrible. Like, the ending of that movie sucks. Like, it is a total give up. Yeah. I probably should not have given it a 5, but you know what? It was 90 minutes long. That helps a lot. Yes.
We talked about this last time, too. If a movie is not that strong, bring it down to 90 minutes. It's so much easier to watch something that's 90 minutes that's bad than something that's 120 minutes that's bad. It's such a huge... You'd think 1/2 hour wouldn't matter that much. Oh, it matters. It matters a lot.
Yes, and the exception is movie 43, which is like 85 minutes, but that's an exception. That's the exception to everything.
That movie doesn't count.
I think I aged 10 years watching that movie. Like, there's some weird time sync. Like, I grade my hair grade.
Every watching of movie 43 is equivalent to one term as president, and how bad it fucks you up.
Yeah, it's like when the guy drinks out of the wrong cup in Last Crusade. It's like that. It's like that, watching movie 43.
It's just like that.
So Anyways, we got a good lineup of movies coming up. I'm actually the one I'm most worried about is next week's because I've never seen it all the way through. I've seen a lot of it though. Desperado's next week, and I hate Robert Rodriguez. I don't like any of his movies. I don't like El Mariachi. I don't like any of his movies. I think his best movie.
Desperado is funny, man. It's funny.
I think his best movie may be Planet Terror. Like that's my opinion, but I don't. That movie's kind of dumb.
It could be.
Machine Gun Legs.
It's silly.
Yes.
It's silly.
But we got Small Soldiers after that. And I gotta say, then we're going into Christmas month, and this is the movie I'm looking most forward to, Ernest Saves Christmas. Man, I am so fucking pumped to watch Ernest Saves Christmas. Then we're watching Scrooged, which is a fucked up movie. And then we're watching... It is super fucked up. And then we're watching... I kind of like Scrooge too. I saw it a few years ago. So it'll be interesting to watch that again. And then Batman Returns, which I have not seen Batman Returns since in theaters. And as a kid, I fucking hated it. So I've seen parts of it again and again. I've probably seen the movie all the way through like 3 or 4 times, but I always turned it off because I'm like, this movie sucks.
Wasn't it Ryan last week who was like, but Danny DeVito is a good cast as a Penguin? I'm like, yes, physically, he looks like him, but he is not a good casting as the Penguin.
That movie...
Danny DeVito really comes off as high society to me, I must say.
Dude, you want to talk about drop-offs between sequels, though? We're talking about Rambo 3. Batman to Batman Returns. You went from Jack Nicholson.
No, how about Batman to anything after the Batman until they reboot it every time?
Yeah. Batman and Robin, Batman Forever.
Go with another one is terrible. Go with another one's even more terrible, and then like they'll reboot it. But yeah, dude, like Batman and Robin. Oh my God, Batman and Robin.
Yeah,
that's one of the worst films ever made.
Dude, Batman 1.
Robin teetering on a 1. It possibly is a 1. It's that. I mean,
Home Alone 3. Home Alone 3 is not a Christmas movie. Mr. Prang is probably the only one that isn't a Christmas movie. That one's where he basically is fucking like the NSA and he creates like complex surveillance systems.
Is that 3 or 4?
That's 3. I've never seen 4. 3 is where the kid has an IQ of like 500 and he like builds like new forms of communication that don't exist yet.
Was that the camera on an RC car and stuff, or was that 4?
Nope, that's 3.
I thought it was still Christmas though.
Maybe it is, but it's definitely not.
Christmas.
Is it? Okay. God damn that movie. That kid sucks in that movie too. Holy shit.
He does, yeah.
He beat like tens of thousands of kids for that role, and he sucks. He's so bad in that movie.
It's like he beat them for that role, but then look at that role. Look how bad that movie was written. It's as none of the not to accuse Home Alone of being particularly great or anything, but it has its charms for sure.
It does. I'll give it
that movie has none of them. It has nothing that brings you back to the feeling of the first two movies.
The thing is, like, Home Alone 1, the traps he makes are, like, kind of plausible. You're like, okay. Home Alone 2, you're like, oh, these are kind of insane. And then stupid. Home Alone 3 is like, this guy is like this guy's is like a physics genius.
He's like a counterintelligence fucking operative.
he has like the most Rube Goldberg like trap shit going on like all over the place. It makes no sense. They're like
the thing I like between 1 and 2 is that the traps in 1 are like, wow, these things would really hurt. Like these guys wouldn't be able to do.
Oh
yeah. In 2, all of them would kill you.
Yeah. There's a number in 3 that would like smash your head, like you rip your head off. Like fucking.
My favorite one in 2 is they're like, he missed us with the paint cans.
Yeah.
No, but he hits him with a giant.
Yep.
How did he get it up there? How did he get it up in the first? It's like way above, and it's probably 3 tons. Giant solid steel.
So I gotta say, so we got a lot of good Christmas movies here, but I want a bad Christmas movie, man. Ellie and I.
Ernest,
Okay, no, I mean, you know what I mean, though. You like an ABC Family Hallmark channel.
Yeah, all right.
Like, okay, so Ellie and I were like flipping the channels Friday night, and this is my Friday night now, and we saw this like, oh, what was it? It was this like guy who came home for Christmas and was going to propose to Wendy from the Wonder Years, who he's been friends with for like 30 years. And he's going to propose. He hasn't been back home for 5 years. And it was the cheesiest, most horrible shit. And it had Caroline the City girl, Leah Thompson, in it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was so bad. So someone should pick one of those. Maybe we'll do a midweek special episode, because I really just want to watch a fucking Hallmark Channel crap, just stupid movie. By the way, like before that movie, there was another movie on. I didn't get to see any of it, but it was a new movie. It came out like in this year, and it had the guy who played Superman. Like
Really?
Yeah, like Brandon Ruth. He was the head guy. I'm like, oh man, you really fucked up at being Superman. Now you're on fucking Hallmark Channel doing like this terrible Christmas movie. And oh, by the way, you're openly gay. And you're being in this like sappy, like super Christian bullshit romantic Christmas movie.
Yeah, that's a little...
Oh man, that's depressing. But it's also really funny. So
it is depressing, yeah.
I'm not watching the Hebrew Hammer. No, I'm not watching that. Anyways,
Christmas movies, huh? Let's see what we got here. Let's round out this list so we don't have to think for a while.
yeah. Because our list is full, so we'd have to do like a very special episode.
Oh, I see. So we're up till Christmas now. We've got...
Yeah, we got them. We were filled out.
I think we did 12 Dogs of Christmas, and now there's a movie on here called 12 Christmas Wishes for My Dog. I'm not joking. It's another thing. It's another thing. It's separate.
Is there a Christmas movie with the keyboard cat in it? This is fucking just make the most exploitive crap possible. Well, anyways, you know what? We'll keep thinking about this, but if you want to send them in at mockflix@gmail.com. I think I want to do a special episode of one really like lame-ass ABC Family Hallmark Channel type, like just sappy-ass. I want a 12 Dates of Christmas. That was a good one.
Yeah, a sappy one would be good. I don't know. This movie looks pretty terrible.
What is it?
A Country Christmas. It's got Santa hanging out of an old beat-up truck giving a thumbs up. And it says, after a disgruntled politician succeeds in a global campaign to ban the myth of Santa Claus, what? You kid must help Kris Kringle regain his magic powers.
Okay, I'm going to point something out. Whoa. I saw something. We're going to have to talk about it in a second, but... have you ever heard of even the most liberal atheist person saying they want to ban Santa? I've never heard of this.
It's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
That's not a thing.
Because you know what? That atheist still wants gifts. So
yeah, that's just it. Atheists don't hate Christmas. No one hates Christmas because Christmas is when you get free shit.
Yeah.
No one wants to give up their free shit. All right. So one, no one hates Christmas anyway. There's no Grinch. And two, who has ever hated Santa? Like, it's nothing to do with the holiday anyway. Like,
yeah,
no one complains about Santa. No one gives a shit about Santa.
Wise Blood Essay said there's an ABC Family movie called Christmas Bounty starring WWE's The Miz. Oh man, Wise Blood.
That sounds hard.
I gotta look this up right now. So Christmas Bounty. Let's look this up. Christmas.
And Francia Raisa. I don't know who that is. A former bounty hunter turned elementary school teacher?
That is The Miz. I don't know a lot about wrestling, but that is The Miz. I know that. I've seen that guy sort of, kind of.
It's about a girl who is a former bounty hunter who is now an elementary school teacher.
Ryan's done. He's just done. This is only on DVD, I think. Or is this on Instant? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's no way this is on DVD. What the fuck am I even saying? There's no way.
Who would have printed it? It's not worth. It's not worth the blank DVDs to print it on.
Oh man. Okay. Well, we'll send those into mockflix@gmail.com. I think we may have to do a very special, very bad episode of something.
I'm up for a sappy ABC Family Style movie. That could be funny.
Yeah, it could be good. All right. So thank you for joining us for Crocodile Dundee. I actually enjoyed that episode. It was really easy to make fun of that movie. So
right.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, Wise Blood will keep Christmas Bounty in mind. Again, if you want to send your suggestions, send them to mockflix@gmail.com. We're only going to probably do one, but we'll pick a good one. And yeah, we'll see you next week on Mockflix. Desperado.
Bye.
Bye.
Desperado.
You got to come to your senses. Is that what it is? I don't even know.
Yeah, basically.